I just want everybody to know very important stuff here. You probably did miss. I do think that you people. Oh, good morning, by the way. Happy Thursday. Um, so yeah, what I want to talk about today is something different compared to everything else. Um, I think what needs to be really done, and I do think that stuff that has to be addressed, and I do think like me being targeted for a lot of things that a lot of people out there are getting away from. Meaning, you know, first doing illegal fireworks. Um, Secondly, people drinking and driving and getting away with the crime that could be on their record for a very, very long time. Um, I wanted to explain this too. I kind of wanted to put out who this person is and what house. Well, I'm not going to say the name, but the house number, because I do think that a lot of people need the truth about these people. Um, let's go to his location one more time. Okay, um, so put it out here. I just want to put out the truth about these people. So, knowing this is a free thing that I could be on, I could do. So, I want to just put it out there about this house right here. This is the one that was drinking and driving. Probably got away with that incident that day with me having a taser gun and defending myself because he was invading my space. Hold on one second. I think that so you can see. Like I said, people got to realize life. These people, all these people are here, and I just want everybody to know. All these people on this street, from here all the way down to here, is going to get away with things. They're going to do a lot of things to you people, and they're going to damage you, just like they did to me. People started things with me, harassed me, came out at me, fucked with me. All these people from this house, I don't really know who these people are, but I'm just saying. Usually when this person's a cop, this one's a cop, that one's a cop. These two work together like a blue and black gang. They want to say that they want to control this whole street. Let people in these houses do whatever they want. These houses here and here. But they want to pick on everyone else. They want to pick on people that are in this facility, but this. It's horrible. People need to understand this. I don't care if you're a fucking cop, fire, cop, whatever. I don't care. People got to realize something. This is a way of life. Everybody's got to pay to live, pay taxes, and people are allowed to park on the public street. It really sickens me that people got to attack me just like where I'm at. When I first came here to live a life, I didn't cause no problems with nobody. I didn't cause no issues with nobody. No, the cop is just trying to put a point out there and try to put lies about me, saying I'm a nasty and aggressive person. I'm the person that is very disrespectful and is rude, and he wants to have proof so he can arrest. I'm out here doing my freedom of speech, and I'm going to do it every day. I'm not going to change from that. I'm going to stand out there, and I'm going to do my job in exposing the police. And I'm not specifying just one police department. It's all the police departments. All of them. What one stopped me? Did the traffic stop on me for no reason? Illegally illegally detained me, asking me for my ID because of the fact I stuck a middle finger at an officer. All because of that, you had to go and do a traffic stop on me just because you don't like someone sticking the middle finger at your face. And then you're coming at me saying, are you okay? Do you need any assistance? Do you need any help? I don't need no help. When I don't trust police, and I still don't, I'm not going to have trust for them anymore. It's going to be very, very hard to trust any kind of law enforcement, anyone. And now because, people did fuck up, People did do things wrong, and now they want me to gain their trust. The trust is gone. I can't trust police no more. It's gone. It's gone. There's nothing to work on. Now it's like this officer's mother, after putting up the video about it, where if she wants to apologize to me, do the right thing, and I could take all the posts down, listen, I'm willing to do it. But she don't want to do it. She don't want to do nothing. Because when somebody doesn't want to comment her respects and say, you know what, I know it's retaliation. I know it's retaliation. I know it's retaliation. And what one officer did, coming here and asking me, are you from this area or are you from here? That right there tells me, right after what he told me that I'm from a specific area, that right there tells me, yes. And when that cop told me what he was asking me that question and what he was asking me where I was from, I knew off the bat, right there off the bat, why would somebody want to know that? That right there tells me it is retaliation. Because they want to plant someone in this hotel or plant in my apartment complex so they can get someone to arrest me to do their job when you cops need to do your job. Why do you not want to investigate? Why are you not bringing these people, right? Why are you not bringing these people into your office, right? Why are you not doing that? Bringing them into your office to do the investigation. Why are you not sitting here getting my so-called, if you're going to say, mugshot? Why you're not getting my mugshot? And you're showing these people, oh, is this gentleman? Is it this guy? Is it this gentleman? Why are you not doing your investigation? Why are you not showing my photo to them to ID me and your precinct to do your investigation? You just want people to see me in person, outdoors. Is it because you don't want it? When that looks like it is retaliation, it's going to become a lawsuit now. Why did you arrest this guy? He didn't commit no crime. What crime did I commit? Did I commit a crime where I am in handcuffs? Think about that, people. This is retaliation. I told the truth about this officer. All I did was my first video on this YouTube channel. And this guy wants to threaten me and blackmail me and say, oh, if you don't stop what you're doing, you're going to get yourself arrested. Bro, what do you want, Judith Garcia? What's the problem? You want me to shut up because I'm not going to shut up. I think people need to hear this. So, if I do get arrested, stuff does happen, I think people need to know it. I'm that serious. I do think people need to know it. I do think people need to know this. And I think this cop, the neighbor that he's friends with, and his so-called people, I think they need to be criminalized too. I do think they all need to be criminalized for what they're doing. I do think they need that. I do think that this cop, his family, I think they all need to be punished. Or prosecuted, especially the mother. She needs to be prosecuted for threatening somebody. Because she's going to do it again. After really hearing the real truth about, the neighbor telling me that, that person will do anything for her child. That woman, with her, the way her anger is, and the way how she put herself out there as a target now, because she should have just shut her mouth and just kept taking care of her groceries and stopped doing what she's doing. Yeah, I do think so. She put herself up in that. And people need to know this woman. I don't give a fuck. I think everybody needs to know this woman. I think everybody needs to know this family. The fire chief, because he's in it too. He's in this so-called raid and this blue and fire departments, that's considered the red flag. That's considered like the red gang. That's considered to be the red line gang. So it's not even just the blue line, it's also the red line too. And paramedics, they don't really have nothing. They just have an American flag on their uniform. Cops, half of these cops these days, they don't even wear an American flag on their uniform. They're actually driving around in their cruisers. Most of the time, these officers are wearing a fucking patch. It's supposed to be a patch that is supposed to be United States on their front of their uniform and on one of their shoulders on the side. It's supposed to be an American flag. Half of the officers I got into periodically, they have a blue flag, a blue line flag. These cops have, if these cops actually do have a blue line, that means they're a tyrant. I think that's how we can maybe ID these officers, the ones that are just a straight up American officer that believes in the U.S. Constitution. And I think people need to know that. Maybe I think that's the only way that we can ID crooked cops and dirty cops, is when they're tyrant cops, they're the ones that are corrupt, they're the ones that are wearing the blue line. The ones that are wearing the American flag on their uniform and respecting the Constitution, they're the ones that are actually wearing the American flag on their uniform. I think that's how we can ID bad officers and the good ones. I just think that people need to know, these people, and I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep saying it. Everything drops and everything stops here. They don't want, he told me out of his particular mouth, and I remember talking about this, and he said this to my face, and I should have recorded it. All I can remember was that if something happens or whatever, something's going to happen again, meaning something's going to happen to me. That's what he meant. When somebody does that, somebody says that, something like that, to me, I consider that as possibly as a threat. That's how I look at it. Ever since I started, and this is how I look at it too, how this is retaliation. Let's put this on the table. Let's smash this on the table. I mean, this is the truth. Before I even started my YouTube channel, before I started anything, and I mean anything, before I even did my first video, IDing the officer at Dunkin' Donuts and doing it, before that, this is how I know it was definitely retaliation. And it is, and I can see it. Like, before I even put a video or put the truth or talked about it on this YouTube video with the cop, or anything. What's going on to me right now? This was not going on. There was none of this stuff going on in the parking lot. There was none of this stuff going on in general. There was none of this stuff going on with people intimidating me. There was none of that going on. When I did this video, and this guy came up, started this stuff, and this was right around, I would say, I think this was around 11 months ago. So 11 months ago, 12 months ago, it's around December. That's when things happened to me, started happening a little bit, but not as extreme. Then when I started progressing on the real truth about this cop, putting out stuff about what happened to me and everything, this is when things started to increase. I started seeing things starting to get worse. Things started to get more badly. I'm talking about badly. I'm talking about people messing with me. I've been literally seeing it. Someone that I'm actually talking to is seeing it. There's also somebody that's been in the parking lot actually telling me that these people are doing it intentionally. There is people in where I'm located that they really know that there is people intentionally doing it. And they're seeing it because they're even saying, I'm not even doing nothing. I'm just doing what I'm doing, and these people are just running their mouth and they're starting stuff. That's considered intimidation, antagonizing, and provoking. That's like you're pushing on someone to piss someone off, and you want to record these people just so that someone can have evidence against me. Now, me as a man, I'm allowed to defend myself. I'm allowed to get a little loud. We're all allowed to. We're all allowed to. We're all allowed to get loud. But like I'm gonna get back to it. Ever since all I did was, before these videos were put out there, started this retaliation, people coming around, starting stuff, watching me and everything else. It started gradually, but not as serious. It was just very low percentage. It was very, very low and slim. But now when the videos were getting more serious and things were getting out there, people are getting pissed. People are getting mad. someone showed up out of the blue, and I'm not saying the person, but they did show up out of the blue, and it's wrong. I don't really want nothing to do with anybody. Because of what I've been through with people, and I'm not going to the past. The past is all gone from me. My past is over. So some of my past is still in my brain because people did things to me. You know, when you get raped, sexually assaulted, woman takes your body advantage, you don't care. And that's the main problem. Some of that's still going to be stuck in my head for the rest of my life. But there is stuff to somewhat remember. There is some stuff. And most of it I don't even remember. Like there's things out there that somebody would say, hey, do you remember that? No, not really. I don't even know. I don't even know what you're saying. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I don't even know the moment. I don't even know the day or the time. Because half the time, my brain right now, after what people did to me, antagonizing me, provoking me, and starting things in my life, and now I'm afraid to drive periodly because I'm afraid of driving periodly because of what people did to me and what the cops were doing on me and stuff, and doing traffic stops and sticking tickets on me so they can, you know, have probable cause to stop me again, seeing if I'm on the phone or whatever. I'm never on the phone when I'm driving. I'm never on my phone when I'm driving. I never do because I know it's against the law. There's a lot of people out there that are doing it and they're getting away with it. And there's that are doing makeup. Sometimes they're always in a rush to work. You know, there's people out there that should have got up early instead of partying or doing something the night before. Then going to work, they should have got up, stopped drinking, be respectful, get out, go to work, and not rush and put. How I look at it is when people rush and when people really go fast on the road, why do you think this is how I look at it. Why is there a lot of accidents on the highways? Why is there a lot of accidents in general? Why is that? It's because people rush. That's one of the things. Two, and put other people at jeopardy. Three, somebody, like I said, they're going to work and then do anything, whatever, blah, 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 and that's it. And the other one, people are shaving. People are, doing things while they're driving, but, they should have done it when they were home. And that's why a lot of people are dying out there. That's why a lot of people are having accidents. This is why a lot of people are doing things and putting other people up in jeopardy. It could be an old lady driving to go get breakfast and somebody rushed so quick and hit her. But mainly a lot of the accidents are usually about drunk driving, DUI, meaning driving intoxicated, meaning you could have been on drugs, you could be smoking weed, you're high, or you're drunk. All that's pretty much probable way of things happening, but a lot of these days, these people, they get up so late, they forgot about set the clock, and then they rush to work, and they crash people, and they hurt people, and now it's like, you got all this going on. To prevent accidents is not drink and drive. Don't you smoke weed while you're driving, because you're going to get high. And three, don't do drugs or medication that you know that it might impair you, meaning that it might fuck your vision, it might mess up everything. Me, I don't drink or drive, I don't do any of that. And I don't use my cell phone, I don't do none of that because I know it's against the law. These cops just were targeting me because they just want something like a lot of these cops. They want to stick tickets on your license and shit. And put you through more hell, but also put money in their pockets. That's the way these cops are. They want to put more money in their pockets. But this particular family, they had it in for me. They really did. And they could be in a lot of people out there. They could be doing this to a lot of people out there, and they're getting away with it. They are. And it's very sickening how people can fucking bully people because you're a cop. And this is what, like I said, I do think it's true. I don't know if it is true, but it's just my guess that if it is really, really true, that the only way that we can identify good officers is if they actually have an American flag on their chest or on their side patches and not the blue flag. If you see the blue flag, that the blue flag, that means that they're really into their job. That means percentage they're liars, they're the corrupt ones, or just in general, their mind is screwed up. And this is why a lot of people like us need to get the badge number, need to get their name. We need to get them. So if we know who these people are and we tell the truth, these cops can get off their force. They can get fired for it, for corruption. It's like what cops are doing to me. You think it's really fair? I had to eliminate something that I really wanted to have in my life, and I had to get rid of it because of what these cops were doing. It's wrong. This cop had it in for me. They all did. Doing traffic stops, doing stuff to me, messing my brain up. Now it's like everybody wants to be good to me now. I can't do that. I can't take trust back. Trust is hard to deal with. And especially when you have anxiety, you have disorder, you have a mental problem because of your past, trauma, being sexually assaulted, raped, abused, beaten, and women taking advantage of me too. That's another thing, because people knew I was gullible. And it's very, very wrong. It's very, very sad the way the world is and what people do. All I was throughout my life was a good kid. Never stole anything, never did anything, never hurt anyone, never threatened anyone. We just have to have balls. We just got to stand up for ourselves. You can't let these fucking people just do wherever they want to other people and just get away with it. You gotta step up. That's why I'm hoping soon. Hoping to go to school and got my grant, state grant, and going to school for lawyer, civil rights attorney. So I can protect you American people out there that are working hard, paying for things. I do think people need to know that. I have a friend of mine that's amazing. He's awesome as can be. He's in his 60s to 70s, and he's been here for me ever since. And, kept telling me, I see it, you're doing this, you're doing that, there's something wrong. Or you're now really seeing the truth, and having someone else being a witness of things, really seeing it now, and you're like, wow, this guy is really fucked up. They're really fucked up, and they can't really enjoy life anymore. They can't really, what is that called? They can't pursue or judge on real life, like they can't, and they're telling it about me. They're saying about me, like, I had multiple people come up to me and saying, "You're just not you anymore. You're just not who you are anymore. You're totally like you just came out of a different dimension." It's like the Mario movie, the old Mario movie with the two guys that are the plumbers, and they go to another dimension because somebody took a woman into another world. And, that guy, the heavyset guy, and the other guy's like, wow, that's a different dimension. Like, this is a different life. And it's right. Everybody's telling me the same thing. They're like, wow, your brain is, like, fucked. Yeah, it is. I can't just get up and do what I used to do. I can just get up, do whatever. My brain is just telling me, no, stop. And it's because of what these people do. And these people are doing it not just to me. They're doing it to everyone out there. These cops are doing it to everyone. Yeah, these people's brains might not be as fucked, but my brain right now is, like I said, it's air, and it's like a tornado. It's like twisting like a twister. It's just going. My head is just totally fucked because of what these cops did to me. They arrested somebody that didn't do anything, but the other person took off. That made me feel bad. That hurt me really bad. That I'm not a person that likes to hurt people. I'm not a person that will hurt a fly. That's not me. I was never brought up to do that. But because of this cop hitting in for me, because his neighbor almost got hurt, like he almost got assaulted, because of the reason. He was drunk, You should have watched what he was doing. He invaded my arm length space, and I'm allowed to defend myself. I don't give a fuck if I have a sprayer, mace. I don't care. Why do you think the government is legalizing certain things to protect themselves? Besides, you have to go through a process to go get a gun. In Jersey, it's a lot different to own a gun. You have to go through this long-ass fucking process just to get yourself a gun to protect yourself in New Jersey. Knowing it's our Second Amendment right to have a weapon, to defend their home, or if somebody's threatening you in a vehicle, and if somebody shoots at you, you should have a right to pop their tire. You should maybe, if they shoot at you, you should be respectful and shooting their tires so they can't flee the scene. That's mainly, I think, the best reflecting. Not shooting at the window or glass or trying to kill somebody in the vehicle. It's better off just reflecting. Or if somebody came approach you, and came at you with a weapon, instead of you shooting them in their fucking chest and killing them, you should do the right thing and shoot them in their foot, shoot them in their legs so that they can't move. So then they can be restrained, they can be held down, and then arrested for their mistakes. And if it was recorded, you're protecting yourself. Now, just like the mace, pussy little, 3.5 to 4 inch bottle of mace possibly can give you 2 or 3 protections if you don't do it on the same person. Do one spray at somebody, then you can do another spray and another spray, or maybe 4 spritzes, and that's it. And then, this is legal to have. A taser gun, stun gun, legal to have. You just can't, whip it at him or her or whatever. You can't just take a mace bottle and mace it at someone's face and whatever. You can't do that. That's the whole problem. Me, I will not hurt anybody. Besides, if you touch me, that's like someone told me throughout my life. If somebody touches you, they swing at you first, you defend yourself. You got all rights to do that. And I agree, because I won't be the one doing it first. It would usually be me defending myself or my family or anything out there. Now, just like I said, these cops are very controlling. They really are. I've been watching videos all over YouTube. I've been watching videos all the time. I've been watching it. How these cops do control American people. They do. They overpower, excessive force, like beating people, abusing people through transport. Listen about that, guys. There was an interruption very quick, but yes. To get back to it, it's about the excessive force. How a lot of cops out here use excessive force. And the other thing that upsets me is, why is these cops, like, how I look at it is, right, they have body cam footage. Body cam footage is a very big key to evidence. How an officer is corrupt or they do something illegal or excessive force and they don't want to be criminalized. Now, if somebody did get arrested for a crime, anybody can get arrested for a crime, and then you request body cam footage and they deny you automatically. How are you going to find out if this cop did things? This is why, everybody realize, this is why I like to record. Everywhere I go, I like to record interactions. I like to record everything because of this, the way these cops are. When you record, you have your own evidence, you can get these cops in trouble. You can get these cops in a lot of trouble. And that's the best thing for it, is you do your own recording. And this is why I'm going to teach you guys. When you interact with any kind of law enforcement, make sure you record every fucking thing. I'm talking about everything. You have to record everything. Because even if you try to request the open request form for, say, body cam footage, they're probably going to watch it to see if they did something wrong, if these cops did something wrong, and if they did something wrong, they're going to be like, oh, if this person requests it, whatever, we're not giving it to them. I think that's wrong, and that's why I think a lot of the times I do think that police departments need to be investigated 100%. I do think that they really need to be investigated, because if they are doing things wrong and these cops are doing things to people and they're getting away with it, they need to get caught. Just like what happened to me, it was bullshit. Now, because these cops are pissed off at me now because I like to record, they're afraid of them fucking up again. They're afraid. They really are afraid. I think the cops are really afraid. Every time I interact with cops, I record all the time. And it's a very, very good thing. Because you gotta understand, the more evidence you got against them, and especially like I knew that this is retaliation, every time I had video proof, pictures, stuff like that, the more you build up evidence, these cops are not gonna fucking like it. And I'm gonna be the one that's gonna win. They're gonna lose. It's like people that are starting stuff with me, they're sitting here, they're recording, they're doing things at me, and they're trying to build evidence against me so they can have a legal arrest against me. They want to have a legal arrest against me because I said something that's true, just like this woman. She still never apologized after doing a video yesterday, and it finally uploaded. I got no apology. I'm being straight up with you guys. After putting it on and it was downloading or whatever, this woman never apologized. She never went on here, commented, or anything, or anybody that like maybe said, you know, had a YouTube channel or YouTube in general, and then go on in and comment. This woman, after doing all this, she did not come on here at all, and she did not come on here and apologize. That right there shows you she doesn't want to apologize because she doesn't want to have people understand and see that she really did do that to me. This is what kind of people we have. She don't want to apologize. This is why my stuff is going to stay on. And I do think people need to know that. You apologize, people see that you did do it. Now people are going to believe me. Wow, this lady did do that. No, she just doesn't want to. She doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to be a woman and actually do the right thing by standing up and saying, you know what, I did threaten this guy. And I should have never intended to threaten this person. But she's not going to do that. She don't want to do that. You know why? She don't want people to know that she did. And she did do it. She just doesn't want to admit it. She doesn't want to be truthful about it. And it's sad. It's very sad that a mother that brought this officer into this generation, being pregnant throughout the pregnancy, growing him, putting him through school, putting him through a lot of things. We don't know what could go on, and I'm tempted to investigate a lot more about backgrounds on this family, because I really do think that, you know, maybe some of this that I do research, just like an officer from another town, shows about him being in the army, that he served in the military, and he did some other things in his background. I think it was military police. So, and it's probably their family. That's what's funny. All their family members are officers. They all are. And if not, they could be corrections officers. It could be in the county. It could be in the state. It could be in military that your family members are with out there on the battlefield in Afghanistan or Israel or something. Anything like that with the horror bat, it's usually they're all related. And me, I wouldn't want to be around somebody that's a horror bat because I would not be able to do any trust. I wouldn't be able to trust anybody with that last name. I wouldn't be able to. And if I didn't know these people, how they were, I would still be like, why is there two people with the same last name in a certain area? This doesn't make no sense. Or three people or four people that are in the same area with that same last name. It just doesn't make it too obvious. It's just, to me, it's like they really are controlling and they're taking advantage of people. I really need to do more investigation on them. PI is doing that as I speak. He's been actually doing a lot of work, so I haven't really been getting that much talking or texting of him besides a little bit here and a little bit there, but otherwise than that, normal stuff. Secondly, these people, like the Horvat family, for instance, I know they're getting people to get evidence against me. To have people record, people want me to be in camera so they can have evidence, and I'm avoiding that. Besides, when people interact with me, and just like somebody that was actually recording me when I was doing my First Amendment, and how they were saying that how this woman, or this so-called, I would say, Rasputia, I don't understand where Norbit is, her husband Norbit. I don't know where that is, but it's really, really fucked up how this woman could sit here and like threaten, like, oh, VPP from the street, like I could get this guy from the street. Like, she kind of threatened me also because I have evidence of that. I have video evidence of that someone was recording, um, and actually has that video proof that she actually said something like a threatening manner, like VPP or something on from the street. It's like pretty much someone said to me that it possibly saying that she could have shot me from the street. And that's like considerably a threat too. And I have that as proof. I have it on camera. I have it on everything. Like people don't understand. And these cops doing illegal things towards me. These cops doing illegal things towards me. These cops that arrested me and did things to me. They would have got criminalized. They would have got. If I would have had this camera for video and audio proof, I would have saved myself from getting arrested and having this evidence, and not having a crooked attorney, Anthony Vecchio, and these officers that were recording me at the time. That I would have had evidence, but they denied me multiple times. I would have had my own evidence to prosecute these officers, and they would be right now no longer officers on the police department right now. They wouldn't become officers at all. They wouldn't be anything right now. People don't understand that. If I would have had my own camera recording this while they were doing this shit, illegally arrest and all this other false arrest shit, they would have been prosecuted, all 3 or 4 officers, or all of them in the police department that were involved in this so-called scheme. They would have been investigated with internal affairs, and things would have been handled, and then my charges would have been dropped. The lawyer wouldn't look like an asshole because he would investigate more, but he is more of an asshole. Anthony Vecchio, he's an asshole. But these cops would have been in trouble. The lawyer could have been probably getting in trouble too because he really didn't do no work, but I had the evidence. So I would have actually protected myself and prosecuted these fucking cops that are still on force, by the way. They are still on force. I forgot what these badge numbers are, but I have to get them again. So if you come across, so. I want people to understand this. I'm going to be almost done with this video, but like I said, I want you to know these cops, so you know about these people. So if they come across you and you experience the same type of shit that I went through, or any kind of experience of any kind of abuse or abuse of power or anything, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to know your rights. If they pull you over, do a traffic stop, anything you want to do, ask them. What did they get stopped for? They're not giving you license, registration, or insurance. You need to make sure. What you're getting pulled over for. New Jersey is considerably not an ID state, so if you didn't commit a crime, you didn't do anything wrong, and they ask you for an ID, you have no reason to give them anything. They can't charge you with obstruction or impeding or whatever their investigation. You guys need to know your rights. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, African American, Dominican, whatever. If you don't speak English, there's got to be a translator, officer, or a family member of yours that translates. You got to, these officers, you got to make sure you interact with these officers, and the officers, I'm going to say the names, because I do think people need to know. When you get into a contact, like I said, you get a traffic stop, or even if you're a passenger in the side passenger or in the back of the passenger, always record interactions with police officers, because they are going to lie. They're not going to tell the truth. They're always going to lie. Always get their badge number. Always get their name. Always do your own stuff, because these cops are going to deny you for body cam footage, just like they did to me. What I want you guys to know about these officers, I'm going to tell you these officers' names because I've been investigating for myself. I'm looking into other towns also to see if they are in other towns. Today is going to be my day to do that, as well as my lawyer. I got to get another lawyer as well for another incident, and then I'm going to be prosecuting these people as well for credit card fraud. Yeah. So here we go with the names. One person, his name is Scott Horvat. He's from Woodbridge. Jeff Horvat, his badge number is 617. He's 36 years old. I think his brother's older or younger. I forgot because I really didn't get into it. The other officer is a lieutenant of Edison Police Department. He's a lieutenant. He's been through a lot of stuff between the military police to being a patrolman, and then eventually growing up to being a lieutenant. And his name is Michael Horvat. He's also one of the family members as well. So, like I said, I just want you guys to know. I want you guys to see everything. Perspective, like I said, you get a traffic stop, always asking for a badge number, name. They ask you for an ID, identification, license registration, the whole works. Make sure you always ask these cops, what am I getting stopped for? Always do that. They refuse. If they refuse, you need to contact the supervisor. You need them to contact the supervisor. You need to overpower them, because if they get a traffic stop on you and they're not telling you, they just want your ID. Hurts me is a lot of schools out there that do teach history, but I just feel that a lot of these teachers, they don't get into the whole history situation. They don't get into the whole history deal. A lot of these teachers out there, they need to teach these kids more about our country, about our constitutional rights, and teach them about the Revolutionary War, the French Indian War. I think that's what they need. But like I said about the cops, Michael Horvat from Edison, Scott, Ryan, well, Ryan's a firefighter, Scott is a police officer, and Jeff is an officer in Woodbridge. Those two are officers from Woodbridge. Michael Horvat is from Edison. I'm doing my own investigation. I'm going to look into it a lot more. My PI is going to let me know sometime this week about what's going on, and possibly even arrest warrants for them as well. If my guy has enough evidence to put charges on them for everything that's going on, it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad for me as well. It's going to suck, but what are you going to do? We have to do what we got to do to catch these crooked people and doing and what is it called? Retaliation on people because they don't like when people tell the truth. But yes, that's what I'm going to say. We've got to understand. We've got to fight for our rights. We're American people. We're the ones that are paying for these jobs. The cops to do their job. And when they do things wrong, we need to catch it. Always record, people. Everybody out there, just got to record. You want to learn how to do things. Go on YouTube. Go on Facebook. Go on Instagram. I mean, there's a lot of videos out there that are people doing, First Amendment audits at post offices. They're doing First Amendment audits at police, city halls, police departments. I mean, going to sheriff's departments. Going to barracks. They're going things to see if these cops do violate their rights. People need to understand that. I'm going to go out there every day to do my First Amendment right. And when the cop does violate my Fourth Amendment right and search me and seizure me and illegally detain me or illegally search me illegally, I'm going to have a big check. I'm going to have a big payout. And this is what I'm doing. I'm testing them. A lot of them don't like it. Oh, do you need help? Are you okay? Is everything all right? I'm allowed to record. You understand? And I'm allowed to stand up there and do freedom of speech. When you do this type of shit to cops, it's like I know somebody right now that I talked to. He's out of state. He's in Indiana right now. He lost his house in Florida practically. And what happened was, he was just telling me out of his mouth, like, how the cops could do things. And it's like, I'm doing things legally, but these cops get mad. One cop can get pissed off that, oh, he's saying fuck the blue line, or fuck the police, or fuck the pigs, and blah, blah. There's a cop out there that is very, very brainwashed when it comes to the blue line, or being a police officer that wants to protect and serve, but he takes his anger out so badly to where he does something wrong. Just like one cop can just come out, take me, throw me to the ground, put me in handcuffs and whatever, and I'm doing my freedom of speech. What's going to happen? He's going to get arrested. He's going to get in trouble for it because he just arrested me for something, saying he could be arresting me for something else, but if I'm out there doing my freedom of speech and you're arresting me because of whatever, you're practically are violating my civil rights. And this cop's going to get in a lot of trouble. He's going to lose his badge. He's going to lose his job. He ain't going to be nothing. All he's going to be is a fucking security guard maybe, or he's just going to be a lousy fucking patrolman for some security place with a fake badge and a taser gun, if anything. That's all he's going to have. I'm not even a lawyer. I'm not even a cop. I'm not even a state trooper. I'm not even a sheriff department officer. I'm none of them. I'm not as what is that called? I'm not a person that likes to impersonate an officer. I'm not one of those people. I'm a person that knows my rights. I know my stuff. I am a changed person. And I'm gonna be a changed person. And the people that did this to me are the cops. They're the ones that lied. They did things wrong. I caught them. Knowing I should have caught them a little bit sooner. But it was just late because of the lawyer pushing on me. Just do this and blah. But he didn't tell me if this was only a one-time thing. Or this. Nobody taught me that. Nobody showed me that. That's why it's like I want people to understand that. My rights were violated. These cops got away with it. And then what happened with me in another town where, they detained me for what, I would say between 10 and 20 minutes, knowing that a usual traffic stop should be about a minimum 10 to 15 minutes. You should get a citation or summons and be on your way. No. They're pissed off. Lieutenant, corporal, whatever, he had to come out. And he had to come out to find out what's going on. Why are you wearing this? Why are you doing it? Because I'm allowed to. Oh, and I want to explain this too, because these are the other officers too. I want you guys to know these officers too. The one that I'm not happy with, well, he just got, he actually got put up as, I think, a captain, corporal, or lieutenant of the Westfield Police Department. I kind of wanted to put this out there. I think I did put it on my channel, but I just want everybody to know this one. This is from Westfield. The officer that got promoted in Westfield Police Department, like the Westfield, New Jersey Police Department, the one that got promoted, I think, to captain, lieutenant, or corporal. I don't know offhand. I have it on there if you guys want to read it. His name is Officer Wise, W-E-I-S-S. Badge number 191. 191. The other officer is Marlowe, M-A-R as in R as in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, L as a loser, O as in off the shit, W as a cop with a small wiener. Badge number is 215, if I'm correct, because it's the way he wrote it. So M as in Mary, A as in apple, R as a retard, L as a loser, O as an oven, W as a wiener. Next officer that is from Westfield Police Department. And I want everybody to know, this cop was decent, doing his job. He didn't get an ID from me. He let me go because he knew if he would have gave me a ticket, or any of the officers would have gave me a fucking ticket, it would have been a lawsuit and a half. His name is Tango, T as in Tom, A as in apple, N as in Nagy, G as in gay, 0 or O as in off. Badge number is 155. 155. This is badge number. I just want you guys to know that. So yes, those are the three officers from Westfield Police Department. They're the ones that did a traffic stop and got into it, so on and so forth. So I just want everybody to know that too. But if anybody has any questions or any concerns, message me, comment me on here, anything, do it. Feel free. But I'm going to say it one more time. Before that, you want to do the right thing. You want to respect me. You want me to drop your stuff. This is not a blackmail. It's not a threat. Nothing. You want to do the right thing for your family. You want to do the right thing. Because I'm going to tell you something. Somebody out there is going to see what I'm doing and what your son or what you did to me. And if somebody is doing, say, an investigation on your son, are doing something and watching what they're doing, and they see that name online, and they see that officer did the same thing, all I'm trying to say is I'm trying to help you and your family. I don't need people coming after your family or coming after you or him or your other sons because they fucking made a mistake. Just do the right thing. You don't want a lawsuit on your sons, them doing illegal arrests or traffic stops or lying. And then, the police department's trying to deny people's open request forms to look at the body cam footage with the lawyers. Just do the right thing. You don't want your reputation out there just like you and your fucking sons and everybody else in that town want to reputize me, make me look bad, and then now you want the cops to come after me, because I know that's what that was. You threatening me in that predicament in that way, that's considerably saying that something's going to happen to you. Now, if I do get arrested, and I'm gonna put this out there because I know it's retaliation. My PI already told me that it's definitely an officer from that predicament in that town. I know it, and the only person that had it in for me was him. Just do the right thing, and I'm gonna tell you, I do get arrested. I do get taken because, like I said, I have picture proof of an officer from Woodbridge Township coming out to a different district when he's not supposed to be patrolling in another town. It's obvious. You and your family are going to get so fucked in half because I do get arrested. I'm going to pin it all on your family and the town of Woodbridge. You guys are going to get it. You're going to fuck yourself. You're going to fuck yourself. Something happens to me, it's going to be pinned all on you and your family. I'm telling you, it's going to get knocked down on you. And when I do become in handcuffs, I do get arrested, something does happen to me, because that's how I know it's retaliation. When I first saw that cruiser with that white straight line and red lettering across that vehicle, and when I looked at it, I'm like, what is he fucking doing here? What is these two vehicles doing here? One's on 514, the other one's in the car. Why are they there? Just do the right thing. You want to apologize. You don't want your reputation to be fucked. I'm not blackmailing you. I'm not threatening nobody. I'm not putting anybody in danger. I'm not doing any of that because I'm not a person like that. Just do the right thing. Before your son can make a mistake and somebody catches it, or you do this to someone, I know I'm definitely pressing charges. That's going to be a definite issue. Nothing happens. I got a lawyer in line. I'm going to use that evidence, that vehicle, the vehicle from that town, 2 vehicles, but I didn't get the other one. I only got one. Sees that they're out of their jurisdiction, driving and patrolling at nighttime between 9 and 11. I'm telling you, it's going to be probable cause for them to investigate the Woodbridge Police Department. And I'm going to tell you something, I don't give a fuck. It's going to be too late. Just do the right thing. You want to apologize? Apologize to me. Not your sons, not your husband, not your neighbors. Do the right thing. Please do the right thing. Apologize. Just do it. You don't do it, you're going to regret it. Karma's going to come. Something's going to happen. Something will happen. It's going to be karma. When people don't do the right thing to make peace, just like when the Revolutionary War was going on, the militia, the colonial regulars fighting with the British in a battlefield in Camden, Trenton, Princeton, Bordentown, Morristown, Virginia Beach, down in Virginia, where Cornwallis was in his house down in Virginia when they were fighting with the British, the colonials, the French. Just do the right thing. You want to do the right thing, do the right thing. I got enough evidence from you guys as well as videos of your neighbors coming onto someone's property when they don't live there, letting their dog piss, letting their dog shit, and trespassing on our property when we have a do-right to be on our property because I'm paying to live on a property. When someone's sitting there letting a dog play on the property, piss and shit, and don't pick up the dog shit, and I have video, I have 8 videos proof, or 7 videos worth of the neighbor doing that, and then on top of this, there's another thing too. Let's put this out there. I want to put this out there. And I want everybody to hear this too. I want to put this truth out there. I think it's around June 30th. I don't know if it was last year. No, it wasn't last year. It was the year before. So it was 2 years ago. It was 2022. I wasn't doing that to nobody. I wanted to put this out there too because I want people to know about what was going on here. And I kind of was recording this video. And I have evidence to show that I didn't do anything to this gentleman. I didn't do anything to anybody. And this is considerably retaliation too. Just because they don't want me on that property. They didn't want me on that property. And cops are called on me, and I kind of took off because I didn't know if it was for me or not, but the way the guy was, he didn't like that I was recording on this property. We're allowed to, especially if I'm going there to, show people videos on my YouTube like I am now. To show people my videos of, me doing video game deals and stuff. Yes, it would have happened. But with this gentleman, I kind of want to put it out there because there's somebody else out there that exposed this man too. It wasn't just me. It was exposing him as well. And I'm actually going to take the video from that, from the computer, and I'm actually going to show it to you guys. Because I do think that everybody needs to see it on YouTube, that I was targeted as well as this man. But they lied to him saying that the cops were called and stuff, but the cops never showed up. It was like, I think 20 minutes or a half an hour, the cops never showed up. But me, for some reason, I was literally targeted because I was wearing a camera. But this guy was doing the same thing. He was recording as well because of the Confederate flag and the Confederate stuff that was on someone's vehicle. Some Confederate flag, stickers and stuff, and on their license plate, I think. If I'm correct, I don't know. But I was watching a video how it actually shows how this guy was sitting there saying, like, why the fuck is this guy driving around with Confederate flag? Shouldn't we be one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all? Shouldn't it be America, not the Confederate? I understand there's a lot of people out there that likes the Confederate flags, but to me it's considerably racist because that was considerably, the Confederate flag was a symbol of white people having slaves, having black people working on their plantation and working as slaves. I'm sorry, we're not that country no more. We're not in that. That's why the Civil War happened. The North, the South, they fought. The Union won, stopped the slavery. Abraham Lincoln abolished the slavery. That's what he did. He stopped everything. That's why the Civil War happened. They stopped the slavery in the South and the West to make this country one nation. The United States of America. We were trying to do that in the Revolutionary War to stop slavery. You know, people want to work, they want to work on plantations, they get paid, they get food, they have a place to live. That's their life. For some reason, this guy, I don't know where this guy's from that was doing the video, he was literally telling the truth about this gentleman, and then the guy got pissed off, white beard, just getting pissed off, getting angry at this guy. Can you stop recording me? I'm going to call the cops. Call the cops. Nobody called the cops. They were too chicken shit to do it to him. When I went there to record, I didn't record nobody. I just had my camera pointing down, just in case if something did happen, and if something did occur. I wasn't there to antagonize. I was not there to provoke. I was not there to intimidate or start a problem. I only was there to be nice enough, one, to buy stuff for myself to resell. Two, go there because I was no longer going there because of the fact of somebody's trying to cause problems with me at that place. I did not want to go there no more. When people want to start things, I avoid it. Step away and go somewhere else. It's better off. It's better off to avoid problems, but when people don't know how to shut their fucking mouth and they just want to keep going at you, and then even if I did, what would have happened if I would have went there? It would have been every day happening. Starting problems. I don't want to deal with it. This guy here, he was recording how like the Confederate flag, you know, this should not be allowed in our country. The one guy's like, well, you know, this is, if people want it, they're going to buy it. The guy that's recording, he's like, yeah, it's wrong. The black guy comes up and says, yes, I don't think this flag should be put on the flagpole and flown, because the Confederate flag is considerably slavery. It's right. This guy, he didn't get the cops called on him. He was recording on the thing, doing his thing, going there to buy too. But when I went, June 30th, I have the video. Cops were called on me, but I didn't know if they were on me. I kind of didn't know. I just was walking. I left, got in the car. Cops were called. And when I did a U-V and went around, the cops were there talking to this gentleman. For what? I have video proof. Calling the cops on me for what? And I have it documented, and I have the recording of that day that the Woodbridge Township cops, 2 officers showed up. And this guy lied to the police saying I did something, just so he can get something on me. I'm allowed to record. When it becomes a place to buy things and stuff, there's people out there that are like me, that put things on YouTube. People out there that go find hunting for stuff, what's it called? Stuff they can resell. But then there's people out there that want to buy things for the collection. You know, maybe CDs, DVDs. You know, maybe there's a specific guy out there that has video games, just a game that they're looking for, or an action figure that they want to put on their collection. This guy wasn't there for that. I wasn't there to bother him or antagonize him or provoke him. I didn't do any of that. I was only there to do my business. Was to go there and buy something and also give out tickets that I earned. That every time I went there, they gave me a free ticket. After I paid for it, it was a receipt. So when you have a certain amount of receipts, like I think three receipts you have, that would be like you get a free day. On a specific day, you get a free day. If you got 3 of those tickets, three of those receipts for proof, you automatically have a free day. So you do not have to pay to do something like that. This guy called the police on me, and I'm gonna put that video on there today so you can know who the guy is. And I have that video proof on June. It was around June 30th of 2022 that when this all occurred. That this gentleman called the cops on me and this and the guy with the, I think it was a Trump. I think it was a red Ford Explorer that it was. The guy. It wasn't some guy named Walter, but it was some other guy that was there that was driving a red Ford Explorer. He's a very big Trump supporter. He was the one that actually called the cops for this U.S. Confederate guy. He just wanted to back him up. So I got video proof of that, and I'm going to show that to her, because I do think that people need to know that I got the cops called on me for nothing, again. I think people need to see it. I think people need to know it. And I'm going to show you the Confederate guy that I'm talking about, as well as the guy that sells those flags, that should be banned from that property because of him selling that type of nonsense. If somebody wants to buy that stuff, you buy it online. Be privatized, but then if you want to broadcast it, that's your own choice. You want to do it on your own property, you want to hang it and fly it in front of your house on a pole, you want to do a Confederate flag on your property, that's your choice. But don't sell them. I think it's wrong too, is to sell them, because you're going to intrigue white people to become a white supremacy. You're going to be that type of person to push white people to not like black. We need to have this country be all race and not be racist at all. It's like people are trying to accuse me of racism. They're trying to say that I'm racist. I'm not a racist person. I never was a racist person. I always get along with everybody. I just don't like when people put words in my mouth. People say things that I said this and I said that just so they have a legal right to arrest me. That's bullshit. I want people to know that. I'm not racist. I'm not biased. I'm not in any kind of way of like that. I'm a person that likes to get along with every race. Every person out there. And this is video proof of that, and audio proof. I want people to know it. You guys have a good day. If I talk to you guys soon, like I said, I'm going to do the 2 videos today. I'll probably be between 2 and 7. I will make sure I have all that stuff. And you can see the evidence. You can see everything. Somebody's trying to accuse me of things again, just so they have a legal way of arresting me. I want people to know that. And I will have those videos today. This is for you guys. Thank you guys again. Have a good day. Happy holidays.